Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Lilia Soares and you're watching me, Lilia Soares. I can't even tell you what this video is going to be about today. I really have no idea, no game plan going into this, but I just kind of figured that I should just start it and see what happens because it's a very quiet day, but you know, I'm very grateful. It's like genuinely just one of those perfect fall days. I'm looking around at all the scenery and like I love the look of the leaves in the fall time. Like I feel like, you know what I mean? Like in the summer, it's like everything is just green, which is great. Like it's amazing how like bright and vivid and green and all is, but like just like seeing the fall foliage and like the reds and the orange and everything, it's just like, it's just so beautiful. It's like one of my favorite times of year. Also partially because my birthday is in the fall time. I am a Scorpio. My birthday's in November. I'm gonna be 20, I was gonna say I'm gonna be 27. I'm 27 right now. I'm gonna be 28 in a few weeks here, which is definitely wild to think about because I feel like in my mind, I'm still kind of stuck at 25, which is fine. But I just think like 25 is kind of when I tapped back in to consciousness and stuff like that. You know, if you get what I mean, then you know. It's crazy, like I have no major updates, but I'm fine with that. If you've been following, then like, you know, a few months back, everything was really to shit, to be honest. Like everything was really to crap. There was just no getting through to anybody. And I think a lot of it has been because I'm sticking to myself now. Like I'm really, I don't want to say I'm alone in my thoughts, but like I'm just so fully focused in on myself. Like I am a powerhouse to my own sense of self. And even with this, I knew that I had to come and film again because it's like, I'd rather keep showing up and doing things. I was gonna say like doing things at a 50% instead of at a 0%, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like it's more worth it to put in at least 50% of effort and just keep doing things and hoping for the best for stuff instead of showing up at a 0. Like I could sit here and not post any YouTube videos and only post when I feel the motivation or I feel like I have like a great idea, when instead like I really do just have to carve out the time to film myself and say hi to you all. Like what has everybody else been up to? I'm really excited for the winter. I'm very excited for my birthday. I have plans to do like a spa day situation and like a little event. I would love to like vlog that. Like I really should try to put that in my mind and build up it's not confidence, but like to build up the idea in my head to vlog it because it takes me a lot to remember to be like, oh, if I'm out and about and doing something, like I should try to vlog this. I should try to film little clips of this throughout the day. But I just never happened to. Like I live very in the moment, which is really weird to think about because I don't get to replay those things in my head. If you don't know, I have aphantasia, which is the phenomenon or like the happenstance of you don't get to see things. You don't really get to think about things. Like maybe if I feel like editing it in, I'll put the little scale up here in the corner or something, but it's like basically, oh, the way that people have tested it is like, oh, think about an apple and then you think about that apple and it's like it ranges on a scale of like 1 to 5. Like I said, if I put that diagram in here, then you know what I'm talking about, but I'm a 5. I can see nothing. Nothing. There's just like, it's just blank back there. Which is fine, but it's also one of those things that like I love talking about now. Like I love asking so many people that I meet, or if I don't happen to tell them, like, do you get to see? Because I don't get to see. And it's so amazing getting to find out who actually gets to see or not. Because I don't, and I would love to. But I don't know what that dealt with for my birthday. I think just because I'm a very secretive person sometimes. I'm a secretive Scorpio. Can't help it. It's also because a lot of people close to me are my secret haters. And like, maybe I sound stupid or silly saying that. And that's another thing that I like just slipped up there that I'm glad I actively catch myself in nowadays. I try very much to not call myself stupid. And if you do, you need to knock that off. Okay? You need to be very intentional with the way that you talk about yourself. Point blank. Because maybe I should just do a quick little introduction because when I was sitting here, I'm like, well, I guess I could talk about myself but talk about myself in a sense of like introducing you all to, because I don't think I've ever really like talked about myself and my story and like what my dreams, goals, and aspirations are. I don't know. Like I said, I am 27 years old. I'm about to be 28. I currently live with my family again, more or less. I've lived all over the place. I'm from Massachusetts and I've been back and forth. I used to live in Connecticut. I used to live in Madison, Wisconsin. What the freak? I used to live in Madison, Wisconsin for like about 3 years or so. Maybe it was 3 or 4 years in total. There was a point where like I moved back here for a year and then moved back to Madison for a year and then moved back again. So it was like a flip-flop situation. But to be honest, I loved living in Madison. It was 100% the biggest risk that I've ever taken in my life. And it had such a great payoff because without that move, I don't think I ever would have had my son. Like maybe I would have had a kid. I don't know. I think about that a lot sometimes. Like if I was smarter or if I didn't meet my son's dad, like would I have just had a kid with somebody else? And to be very honest, the answer is probably, because at the time I was just so in mom brain, I guess. Like not in mom brain, the kind that you have like after you have a child, but like in mom brain in the sense that all I wanted was to be a mother and like to have a kid, and like that's what felt like my purpose in life was. And oh my god, like if I could go back and slap myself, I would. And don't get me wrong, like I love my son so much. Like I've been a stay-at-home mom now for dang near 5 years, because I do kind of count my pregnancy, because obviously like, or not obviously if you don't know, but I was working all throughout my pregnancy. I was a shift leader at Festival Foods, which actually I just found out a few months back that they got bought out. So it's like, what's happening at Festival? But like it was to the point where like I was getting recognized out and about because I would be working there full time, and it's like one of the main, if not the only main grocery store downtown. I mean, I don't know what they're doing with that space now, if they're just being bought out and there's still a grocery store, if they're doing something else, I have no idea. But it was like the main grocery store down in Madison. So yeah, I worked there. And what's so funny to think about is like I genuinely manifested working there. I thought something was in my mouth. I manifested working there before I even moved to Madison. Like it's so weird how everything just lined up perfectly when I was planning my move out there, because that was heavily in my manifestation days where my delusional confidence was through the roof. Like nobody could tell me no about anything. Like I just knew everything was going to work out for me. And everything did work out for me. Like everything kept lining up in a way that was just so crazy. And it was right in tune with my first spiritual awakening. My second spiritual awakening was 100% after I had my child, but in like a different sense. It was more so being hyper aware of the fact that anything could go wrong. It's really weird. Like I don't know what's been getting me in the mindset now of like a lot more peace and a lot more calm, but even just a few months back I was still constantly in this anxiety of like, well, what if something bad happens, and like what if I have to do this, I have to get this done, and like blah blah blah. But honestly, I've just now really adopted like just a sense of peace and like just understanding that it's like I'm not too worried about the timeline anymore. I'm not too worried about how things are going to go, or like trying to get things done by a deadline, because I know that I've mentioned it before, but if you don't know, doing YouTube and being on social media is definitely things that I would love to do. But to be honest, I have goals of a good few things. Like there's a couple main things that I would really love to do in my life. And number one is to be a singer, be a pop star, be something. Like I dream of being on a stage and singing to so many people. Like it would be so freaking cool to me and just so amazing to one day relatively sell out, because like how exactly, you know what I mean? Like when you go to a sold out show, like there's still seats open. So like, I don't know, but to sell out Gillette Stadium, That would be so freaking crazy to me. For me to sit there and be like, oh my God, I've come to these shows and this one and that one, and I've seen this artist here and all the XYZs, and I've gone to games here, and now here I am putting on my own show at Gillette Stadium. It'd be so great to go back to Madison and perform at the Sylvie and be like, I used to live here, I used to do this, that, all the way down at State Street, and now here I am performing for you guys. Like, that is just so many. I know for a fact that if I just stopped getting my own way, I could achieve those dreams. 2, I would love to be an underwear model. Love to be an underwear model. Who wouldn't want to be a Victoria's Secret angel if they got the chance, right? Like, oh my goodness. I think all these people on the street need to shut up. Just kidding. But that's just one of them that I've always wanted to do. And it's because, to be honest, I've always been very comfortable in my body, more or less. Like, I know I've had to do a lot of work to get here because unfortunately I've been sexualized from a very young age. Very, very young age. And, you know, I've taken back a lot of that power. I've like started to use it within my own self. But for the most part, I've been always very, very comfortable in my body. I love the way that I look. I've always loved the way that I look. If you don't know, overall now I've lost 80 pounds, which is just so crazy in itself. I know that I need to make videos on that, and if you want videos of that, please let me know, and I will sit down and talk about it. But it's just one of those things that I think I have to actually jot down some notes for and just provide structure on. It's not one of those videos that I can just kind of turn on the camera and say, hey, like, this is what's gonna happen. But even before I lost all the weight, like when I was at my heaviest, I still thought I was the shit. And that's what pissed a lot of people off, because I've always been, or I haven't always been super confident, but like ever since I learned my confidence, that's honestly what made a lot of people hate me, I guess, for lack of a better word, because they couldn't handle that I'd finally learned to love myself and to be okay within myself. At any stage, I've always loved the way that I look. So yeah, at the end of the day, an underwear model, Savage Fenty, Victoria's Secret, any other underwear company, let me know. Like, should I get up and like do a little jig for y'all? Like, I don't know. Another major goal is to be in a horror movie, either as the main girl or one of them, or like the secret one, like I don't know, like, which is very funny because I don't like scary movies. I do not like scary movies at all. But if I could be in a horror movie and like know that it wasn't those ones that like you accidentally bring home some crazy spiritual whatevers, then I 100% would. Because the only reason that I think I would do really well in a horror movie is the fact that I don't like horror and like I don't like scary things. So like if I had to be the one that's like like screaming, like I think I would get such a good genuine reaction to the camera that they'd be like, oh my God, this is perfect. This, like, hold it right there, you look great. And so that's definitely one of those things. Or if not, like, then yeah, like I would secretly be the one that like they don't expect or whichever. Honestly, this genuinely, it has nothing to do with my character, and I hope that people think that that doesn't have anything to do with my character. But I also would love to play like the really bitchy mean girl in a movie. I would just think it would be so fun to like be mean, to like be mean and to like mean it and to just really go at it. Because I could be a lot meaner. I genuinely could. I have a lot of meanness deep down in my heart. I'm just saying. Like I said, I know I say it all the time to people who do watch my videos, but if you haven't seen my videos, I do have BPD. So like when I start going at it and I start yelling and saying just all the things that are deep down in my heart and all the like hateful, horrible things, yeah, I can crush you. I can crush you down because I get pretty nasty with it. And then I don't remember what I said, even though it would happen like 5 seconds ago. I'm not saying it's a good thing by any means. Like, I've done a lot of work on myself to try and be the golden ray of sunshine that I hope that I'm coming across as, because I was not dealt very good cards in my life. You know, it's not the time for me to talk about my parents, but I would love to sit down and talk about what growing up in my parents' house was like, what growing up with my parents was like, what growing up as somebody who had young parents was like. Because my mom had me at 18, my dad was only 22. And I mean, granted, like I had my son pretty young as well, but I also think that I learned how to cut that crap out at a younger age for him, because I'm not gonna lie and say that I was the greatest mother in the world for the first 2 or 3 years of his life, you know? And it's something that I knew going into it. Like I used to work at daycares a lot, and all the time I hated having to be in the infant room, in the toddler room. I loved when they were like 4 to 5, like that preschool, kindergarten, just about to start school age, or they are in kindergarten. Like I love that age so much. And now that my son is that age, oh my god, it is amazing. It's amazing. But it's not to say that like it was just hard. It was a lot, like it was very, very hard for me. And obviously at the end of the day, it was my first child, and like I said, like I had him young, so I was still impressionable by my own family. Like I was listening to other family members' opinions, and also like a lot of family members here like just did not respect me at all, and they didn't respect the way that I wanted to do things. Obviously at the end of the day, like I did get through a little bit, but like they just didn't care about the fact that I wanted to be so nonchalant about motherhood. Like, I don't know, like being a mom just like was never that serious to me. And like maybe that's crazy of me to say, but like at the end of the day, you know, when they were doing crazy things, it's like he's 2 or he's 3 or he's this or he's that. It's like, is it really that serious that a kid just drew on the wall? No, it's not. Just politely redirect them and clean off the wall. But, you know, some people don't get that. Some people don't have that mentality. And honestly, that comes with the fact that I was yelled at for every little thing. Every little thing I did was wrong. So many times I got told, don't quit your day job. Stop trying to build into your hobbies. Like, focus on this, focus on that, blah, blah, blah. Like, you should do this, you should do X, Y, Z. Meanwhile, they're not living any better than I do. This isn't for that. This isn't for them. And that's another thing too. Like, I try to really just not feed into any negativity anymore. Like when I get riled up, it's like, oh my god, matter of fact, leave me alone, because I don't want to give you the reaction that you're hoping for. You don't deserve that from me. So that's really just where I'm at now. Maybe that gave you insight into who I am. I hope you enjoyed either which way. I love talking as we can see, but I do love getting to interact with you all, and not so many people have been interacting and commenting on my videos lately. So I don't know, maybe y'all just don't have anything to say, which is fine. Sometimes I don't have anything to say. That's why I don't post for a couple of weeks. But today I just like, I don't know, I missed it. I just wanted to use my time better. I wanted to utilize, however I'm trying to say it, but it's because like my son's at school, and for the first, what are we now? Like almost a month. Like for the first month of his school year so far, during this couple of hours, I would just be watching TV, which is fine, don't get me wrong. I was in the mood to sit back and watch TV and zone out and be able to watch what I wanted to watch in peace. But now I already did so much of that. Like I woke up kind of decently early this morning, did my walk, did my usual morning routine, read some of my book, watched K-pop Demon Hunters a little bit with him. There's nothing particular on TV that I want to watch right now, so that's why I said maybe I should just film. Maybe I should just film and talk and yeah. But yeah. Let me know. Let me know what kind of videos you enjoy. Let me know what kind of topics you want me to talk about. Let me know if there's something pressing that you would love to learn more about me. But other than that, I don't think I have anything much else to say right now. Thank you all so much for watching. I love you all so much. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.